Welcome to Assist Knowledge Development's video on what is business architecture. So what is business architecture and why is it so important to organizations going forward? We will consider these questions and explore some of the key business architecture techniques throughout this video. The term business architecture is used in many contexts and there are many definitions within a wide range of frameworks. For the purpose of this introductory video, we're going to focus very much on the business aspects of the architecture and the support that it provides for strategy execution, business change, and the evaluation of the impact of each of these. So to get us started, let's have a look at some of the key truths behind the concept of business architecture as we see it. It is first a good idea to appreciate that it is a model of the business that will support and facilitate business change. It is in effect an underlying wiring of the business, and it provides a business-wide blueprint which helps in the identification and evaluation of new ideas and potential projects. It is also important to understand that it doesn't cover the technical architectures, but does need to link to them. I'm often asked, what is the scope of business architecture? Well, the scope of business architecture is in fact the scope of the business itself. This doesn't mean that you need to want and wait for the production of the big picture before you populate some individual elements of the business architecture. So let's have a look now at how this might work in practice. If we have a robust business architecture, there are four main beneficiaries of this. First, there are the senior executives of the business, and by assisting them in the evaluation of new initiatives and enabling the execution of strategy, the development of a business architecture can be fundamental to the long-term success of a business and allow executives to make more informed decisions. The IT department will be able to implement changes that are consistent across the organization, identify high-level business requirements, and promote governance and best practice. At the project level, not only can the business architecture help by identifying potential projects for improvement, but also can facilitate consistent and coordinated delivery across all projects. It is important also to realise that business architecture covers the scope of delivery of value to customers across organisational boundaries. It therefore considers the relationship with partners, suppliers and customers, and hence can provide a shared model for collaboration. It is not uncommon for a standard business architecture reference model to be available for specific business sectors. There are many discussions about what the elements of a business architecture should be. These include definitions such as TOGAF and the Zachman framework. The approach we have decided to go with and look at here is that proposed by the Business Architecture Guild. They identify a set of elements that can be modelled and documented to represent the full architecture of a business. Within their model, the four internal elements seen here are seen to be the most stable over time, with those in the outer ring important but less core. So it is with these central four that we will focus here. Considering the four key elements of capability, value streams, organisation and information, the real essence of a business architecture lies within the business capabilities and their supporting value streams. In fact, business architecture is about aligning these business capabilities with the outcomes that deliver value to our customers. So let's look at one of these in a bit more detail. It is important to understand that the business capability is what a business does that delivers value to a customer, not how it does it, who does it, where it is done, or in fact how well it is done. A useful acronym to emphasize the attributes of a good capability is that it should be SWAV, i.e. represent stable and static activities that do not change much over time. To identify unique capabilities, ensure these are not duplicated across different parts of the business. And it can be abstracted from existing models. But one of the really key characteristics of a capability is that it adds value to the end customer. It is also vital that it can capture the senior executive's interest, and this also is one of the key aspects of business architecture. The second main technique in business architecture is that of the value stream. The value stream is an end-to-end collection of sequential activities or stages that create value across a range of stakeholders, both external and internal. The approach taken to develop a value stream, or a series of value streams, is to identify the value for a specific stakeholder, explore this via the idea of value propositions, and work backwards to identify the key stages necessary to deliver that value. It is then sometimes useful to identify the stakeholder that triggers off the value stream, and potentially some interim stakeholders, and explore their values throughout the value stream. Once these key models have been produced, they can be cross-referenced with each other and then subsequently mapped to organizational business units and the information concepts that support them, and then ultimately to the processes, people and data in the actual business itself. So, to summarize, the main uses of a business architecture are that it enables us to develop a perspective of organization strategy and competitive differentiators, and be able to fully understand what it is and what it is trying to achieve. To understand the key value streams which use to deliver the value propositions and hence provide value to the recipients of our products and services. It enables senior management to make better informed decisions and help us to solve more complex enterprise-wide business problems. As a link in to more detailed business analysis, business architecture will enable us to derive high-level business needs, which may be used as input to business and IT solutions subsequently. And finally, it ensures the success of an overall architecture by serving as the driving force for supporting IT architectures, rather than the other way around. Thank you for watching this What Is video from Assist Knowledge Development. We hope you enjoyed it.